Welcome to Uncuffed Monday. Oh my gosh, hold on. Hold on, folks. I know, it's the wrong mics. I got it. All right, let's start this over. Does that sound good? Somebody, we don't have a producer tonight. Listen, we're all dealing with hurricane stuff, guys. We're in North Carolina. We've got storms galore. We've got flooding galore. Can somebody give me a yes or no? I hate to do this every week. I swear to God, next week, this will all be done with. Josh will be in his new studio. We won't have any hurricanes to deal with, and I will not have to be so unprofessional as to axe. Was that a Kamala Harris in me? Did I just say axe?
You better thank him, Mike.
What's your shit, son?
Pop that
coochie.
It's a fan. I got a fan on pop the fan.
You're speaking to the microphone.
Oh, he asked me what was on my shirt.
Do we sound good? Can you guys hear us? Yes.
My mic.
All right. Listen, we're gonna get a hold of ourselves here, guys. This is gonna be a fun show. Loosey goosey.
Can you hear me? Is my voice good?
We are going to pull it all together, guys. We are having the storm of a millennium here in North Carolina. We almost canceled the show again tonight because of flooding, but we braved the roads. We have so much going on and so much to talk about. We're going to jump into it. We've got Justin Bieber and Diddy Party. We've got woke, just a woke battle from every angle. Everything is hyper politicized. Is the woke mob bullying conservatives or not? We'll have the debate. We'll have the argument. We want to talk about our favorite comedians. Boy, this is going to be a fun one. Let's go ahead and dive into this, guys. It's enough. Today's show brought to you by ghostbed.com/Wolfpack and factormeals.com/Wolfpack50. If the commenters in the live YouTube chat will help us out tonight, we would love to hear some questions, some comments. I want to be really active with you guys tonight to save us. I have been on the phone for 12 hours. We've got all this stuff going down with our big event in Orlando. The interwebs will make it sound like it's falling apart. It's not. It's actually laughable how far the leftist woke mob is going to destroy this event, making the record company pull the labels out last minute, 11:30 last night, and then blasting us all over social media as if we give an F. We don't. Shell shock. The show will go on regardless of what woke liberal leftist bullies think or do. We have a very diverse crowd. We have leftists performing at Shell Shock. We have a gay MC that we weren't really going to promote as being a gay MC. We have a female person of color comedian at Shell Shock. I don't know how diverse you really want us to be. I don't think it has anything to do necessarily with diversity, equity, inclusion, as much as it is we just don't want conservatives to have any voice this close to an election. That's what it is. So it's been a long day. We've been doing damage control all day. Let's start the show. Take it away, whoever the producer is, Jonathan.
The growing calls across the nation to defund the police.
To end policing as we know it.
Off the charts violence in New York City. 11 people shot in just 8 hours on Sunday.
This is about the police officers who every single day put on that uniform and they run towards danger when we run away from it.
Damn it, Jay, your people are coming after us, Jay.
Black folks.
Your people. No, not black folks.
That's who my people are.
Oh, I was talking about leftist woke mob. The left.
What the fuck is that?
Coming after me.
I mean, I'm left-handed. I'm actually ambidextrous. I go either left or right.
Oh.
So I'm in the middle. So I don't know about all that fucking left what you talk about.
Yeah, dude. Can you believe that we're being accused of not being a diverse, inclusive group for our event?
Let me ask you this. Did y'all promote us? Did you have Margaret and her shiny black head?
Yes.
Did you have me and my smile without a gold tooth?
Yep.
You know, I used to have a gold tooth.
I do remember the gold tooth. What happened to the gold tooth?
I grew up. Oh! I grew up.
Okay.
you were a cop.
As a child, what's that? What's
spoke
that?
as a child.
Yeah. You
But
know,
now you're a man.
I'm a man, so I had to get a real tooth. I'm a man.
Dude, I had a first sergeant with a gold tooth, and I wanted to fucking knock that gold tooth right out of his fucking face, man. Like, I was like, dude, how are you the first sergeant in a combat arms unit? This is when I was in a conventional military, and I was like, how do you wake up every day and address the troops as a leader with this big fucking gold shiny tooth?
But see, mine was
in your
sexy
mouth
and cute. I had it on the side.
Yeah, you did. You had the little tooth.
Put it on
He had it right there.
But mine was off on the side, so when I smiled a little bit, you
Did Major Payne have a gold tooth?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that's one of my favorite movies.
What is it? No, Major Payne. Oh, it's so
He's
good.
like,
Tubby.
man, that's a classic,
Bro.
You know what's funny is I tried that because kids would call me, oh, look at Officer Payne, like, huh, Major Payne, you like him? I'm like, that was funny. I used to try to do that because he was funny, and that gold tooth.
Bro, I love that movie so much. Like, one tubby. When he gets them all to run around the thing in a dress, and he's like, that monster, he's in now. And he's like, bye. He's like, where he in there? He ain't it. Man, I love that movie. What a great movie. Let me show you, little chick. Take your mind off that pain.
Right. He said, you want me to show you? He said,
What a classic movie, man.
And
Good
somebody,
movie. They don't make
somebody
it
was,
like that.
what's the name? The guy that played Tigger, the little boy.
Yeah.
He's grown now.
What did you say?
Tigger. He played Tigger.
Oh, what'd you call me?
Tigger. But he's grown now, and he done lost his mind. That boy crazy. But he's the one that's hooked up. He know all the dirt.
Oh,
He
he
does,
the one
on
like
the Diddy
he's
shit.
sick though. His eyes is dark. He's about Diddy gave him that.
Yeah. That's him.
Yeah, but I mean, think about this. Like, if you want to, look at Bieber right now. He's really skinny. He looks really stressed out with this whole thing. I mean, this is childhood trauma, and what Diddy and Usher are. I mean, what Bieber and Usher are both saying is that they were really confused. They were really young, and I don't know if we, because we're old as fuck, but if we could, because I'm around my kids who are 11 and 9, and that's about the age that Bieber and Usher would have been when they got into, I if my son were subjected to that kind of, I subject them already to adult skateboarders.
Right.
And they hear all sorts of crazy shit. I mean, there's skateboard terminology, right? Like, I'm hitting bullets. Dad, I did a sick acid drop. I'm about to tweak off that tranny, get a transition. They call it a tranny, but then a tweak is when they whip the board back, So it's like they're already kind of like immersed in this weird counterculture society, and they don't understand any of it.
Right.
They hear these guys dropping the N-words over and over again because they skate with a lot of black guys.
Right.
And they, they're hard. They're from the streets. So they're in-bombing, they're drinking Milwaukee's best, straight from the bottle, hitting these Miller High Life. And none of it my sons understand.
All right.
And every once in a while, like the other day, my son goes, "Hey, Dad, what's a boner donor?" And I go, "A real generous man, son. He's just a real generous man." My 9-year-old's like, "Dad, are you a boner donor?" And I go, "Sometimes."
But it's like you have to be honest with kids. I mean, I have a 6-year-old nephew, and I told him, I said, go in there and use the bathroom. He'll go to the bathroom, and I tell him, look, whip your dick out. Don't pull your pants all the way down, exposing your ass. Even if you at the house,
You been training now because
right? Because when I do,
You don't wait. You don't pee with your pants around your ankles?
Oh no.
Oh, yo, when I go to a urinal, I pull my pants all the way down around my ankles, and I just stand in the urinal. I do it all the time.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
What? I know what you're saying.
You get up like this. I got underwear on, but I will pull my pants down like this.
Right.
And I'll
But you had your underwear up.
No, I pull my
underwear down. He just did that.
Right.
To show you, but yeah.
Yeah, I pull my pants all the way down.
Yeah. But the thing is, my sister get mad at me. She said, "Terrell, you can't use that language." I said, "What? Say penis." I said, "I don't call it my penis. I'll say my dick." I said, "I mean, come on
I'm
now."
a penis guy. I think penis sounds sexy.
I said, "Yeah, he needs to know the proper terms."
Now, do you say, like, if you're gonna go after a girl, do you say, "Do you want to take my dick," or do you say, "I'm about to stick my penis inside"?
I don't have to say nothing. Yeah, I don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say nothing. When you're in the mood, they already know what to do.
Will you call me Osama?
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to say nothing, you know.
Hey, will you call?
Only white guys be like, oh, I want to give you my cup. You know?
I say, will you call me Osama as I terrorize that pussy like a suicide bomber?
And see, no. I mean, we
Yeah?
you know,
Was that hot?
I mean, like older black
I don't
men,
know if it's hot or
they don't
not.
even use pussy. Older black men will say coochie. We'll say coochie.
Ew,
Girl, you gonna give me some of
coochie
that
sounds
coochie, girl?
gross,
Give me some of
dude.
that coochie. You
If
know?
you say coochie,
Some
I
of that kitty
imagine someone with a lot of hair around it.
yeah.
You know what
But
I mean?
you can still catch a fur ball, you know. Yeah.
Well, you know, regardless of what I'm saying is like Bieber and Usher are definitely having some psychological effects, and I think your boy Tigger, that's hard. That's hard not to have a 40-inch slip with because you're trying so hard not to say.
Yeah, but
anyway,
I can say
Tigger.
nigga, my Tigger. Tigger, my nigga.
Tigger. You know, I can see where he's emotionally scarred. Like Corey Feldman, like none of these guys that have been sexually abused are okay.
Young. Yeah,
None of them are okay. I mean, look at even all the girls. What's
But I blame
Amanda
the parents,
Bynes?
though. I blame
Oh,
the
well,
parents.
sure. But no. I blame Diddy and the Nickelodeon guy and the guys that fucked him
of
over.
them, though.
But the parents included.
All of them, because my thing is, just like as an officer, when we get to a call and a kid is out in the street, if they was under the age of 16, what do we do? What do we try to find out so hard? Is to find a parents.
Right.
Who is the adult? Who is your guardian? Your parents, your grandma, whoever that can take responsibility of you. They should know where you at, you know, and that's be the first thing I walk up to. Hey, how you doing, ma'am? Do you have any children? Yes, I have a son. Is he here? And they give you that look like, I don't know. Why the fuck you don't know where your son at? I'm going to tell you where he at. His ass is out here breaking into cars. I got him in my car in handcuffs right now. He's 15 and you are responsible. Yeah. Now, these parents, these people whose windows bust out, guess what? They're going to look for you to pay for it. Mm-hmm. Now, you might take it out on your son's ass, and it's obvious you haven't been disciplining him to a point where he would think about the consequences of going out there doing this type of shit. So, I mean, you know, it's the parents' blame. Yeah, Diddy's a sick fuck. All of them sick and doing that stuff. But it seems like they getting parents who are coerced by their fame, their money. They getting hush money to, let me spend some time. I'm gonna make him into the next. He gonna be the next Biggie. He gonna be the next Tupac. He gonna be the next Craig Mack. He gonna be the next big. Okay, and they take their little hush money, spend it on whatever they want, thinking their son is gonna be the next big celebrity. While in quiet or behind closed doors, they're getting ate up. You know, at a young age. So I blame not only Diddy and everything, but you gotta blame the parents.
Now, what's your opinion on this 1,000 bottles of baby oil? I wanted to play the clip. Josh, it looks like you're here. John, you're here. If one of you guys can rip this, we're going to be talking about it for about the next 5 minutes. Deadleg, if you will pull, there is a clip of Diddy's lawyer talking about the lube. He's asked specifically about the lube, and this guy doesn't have an answer, and instead he puts like a really bad kind of like twist on. He talks about three. It's very awkward. It's probably about a minute and a half long. Deadleg, if you're out there, confirm. Are you able to pull that clip for us really fast?
Yep, I'm going to start working on it.
Again, we've run on damage control all day trying to figure out Shell Shock event, which we've already got a headliner fixed. We're good to go. Shell Shock. Listen, no matter what, the show goes on. So October 18th and 19th. October 18th, you're going to catch Jay, Margaret, and myself, Tactical Brewing Company, along with all the live podcasters to follow. Lots of special guests, and it's going to be epic. It's going to be great. And then Saturday is our big live bands. As some of you know, maybe some of you don't. 5 of the bands, the whole record label pulled out. Not only did they pull out, but they decided to leave us a nice little scathing message on several different metal websites. I'm going to read this one from Loudwire right now. So this is loudwire.com. The headline says, Evergreen Terrace pull out of festival after Kyle Rittenhouse announced to appear. Now, remember, this was the guys that I got emails from that said, we're all about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Again, we've got one of the most diverse, naturally diverse. I didn't go out and say, I need some fucking black comedians. I didn't go out and say, I need me a chick comedian. I didn't go out and say, I need a gay host. Like, these are just the people I hang out with. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, Margaret? Like, that you guys are just like naturally the people that we just found each other. It's like I didn't wake up and call you and say like, yo, I need a black podcaster. No, you called me and said, I like comedy. I like Jay. I like society and culture. Can I get down with y'all? Right? Is that how it went?
I think I was asking what time do y'all come on, and you told me, and I said okay, and you said I'll get your headset, and I said huh? I said okay, and so I agreed to come on, and then I just kept coming back.
You just kept coming back, yeah. Like, but it wasn't like something we were looking for. We weren't like, you know what I mean? Like we're just naturally diverse because we don't give a fuck.
Right. I mean, I had dirt on Eric. I have dirt on Derek. I worked with this motherfucker. I had dirt on him. We worked together. I seen him do some shit, and I'm like, you know what? We get along great. we actually, I was like, okay, yeah. And it's funny because even though me and Eric never worked on the same squad.
No.
We might have worked the same shift, but a different squad, whatever. But it was, our lockers were side by side.
Right next to each other.
And Eric, I swear, his socks would stand up. His socks could stand up, and if you knock on it, his socks would knock back. That's how bad. And I had to get on him. Eric, man, your vest, take that motherfucker home and wash it. God, I mean, woo. But, you know, we was always fun and cool, and I was looking for somebody who could hold his own at concerts, because I was the off-duty coordinator for Lincoln Theater. And I asked Eric, he said, yeah, sure, bro, I'll work it. So we got the paperwork contracts from the Eric already slamming somebody on their head. It was funny because they deserved it. And we had a time after that.
Oh yeah.
I
think we probably went. We probably went 6 or 7 shows. Nothing happened. For a while. We never made any arrests, and then we had that big one. Yeah. And I was beating the brakes off the guy, and Jay came up behind me and says, "I think he's done. I think he's done." And I was like, "Man, fuck this guy. Dude, this guy was a piece of shit." But anyway, so let me read this article. It says Florida metalcore band Evergreen Terrace took to Facebook to announce they would no longer be involved with an Orlando, Florida music festival after it was announced that Kyle Rittenhouse would be the guest of the event. The long-running metalcore group was slated to headline the Shell Shock 2 Festival, which is scheduled to take place October 19th, with hopefully all you guys will be there, staying with us at the Sheridan North Hotel for the after party and everything else. According to the festival, the event is a concert charity event which aims to raise funds and awareness around PTSD through the Cat 2 Foundation, which appears to be run by First Responders Coffee and Cigars. Florida Festival books Kyle Rittenhouse appearance. As pointed out on Reddit, Shell Shock made an Instagram post stating that they had booked Kyle Rittenhouse to appear at the festival, creating a clear division between fans politically. Rittenhouse gained national attention. Of course, it goes into explaining what Rittenhouse is. But here's after word of the event spread, Evergreen Terrace announced that they would be dropping from the event. Evergreen Terrace took to Facebook to explain their stance on the matter, writing, "Evergreen Terrace has always supported and continues to support philanthropy events for veterans, PTSD awareness, child poverty, and many more, but we will not align with an event promoting a perceived murderer, and a man innocent of all charges, pardoned, but because he's perceived as a murderer, we're not going to be involved." Right. All right, let me just keep reading it. Promoting a perceived murder such as Kyle Rittenhouse, capitalizing off of their pseudo celebrity. Unfortunately, we did not do our due diligence with this particular event. That's a lie. You knew from the beginning. Unfortunately, we did not do our due diligence on a particular event. Even after they offered to pull Kyle from the event, we discovered several associated entities that we simply not did with. What, you guys don't like conservative Anthony? You don't like gay people? You don't like gay MCs? Wait, you don't like black comedians like Margaret and Jay Durrell? Like, is that, you don't like black people? You don't like gay people? You don't like pedophile killers? Like, we will personally be contributing to veterans charity and urge you to do the same. The promoters have been nothing less than understanding. Lines we draw in the sand depend on where we stand. But you guys took to social media about this. So is there lines drawn in the sand? Like, don't forget, like, this is the problem I have with this woke fucking agenda is we would have just let you guys cancel. And we wouldn't have said shit else about it. Right. We would have moved the fuck on. But you guys went to every fucking headline, made this big because you wanted the social credit score.
Right.
That's what they want. They want this holier than now. Look at us, social credit score. You guys aren't fucking real. You guys aren't punk rock. And here's how I know you're not fucking punk rock. You ready, Jay?
Right.
And maybe this goes in hardcore hip hop, black stuff, but in the white people punk scene in the day, it was all about fucking Rage Against the Machine.
Right.
And here's what that meant. If you believe something in principle, if you fundamentally believe something, let's go as stupid and generic as having a blue fucking mohawk in 1989. And let's say you catch an open container law and the man says you should cut your mohawk before you go to court because the judge is going to see your mohawk and he's going to judge you based on your mohawk. And it's just a simple alcohol charge. So if you put a suit and tie on and shave your mohawk and stand before the judge, an old school punk rock would be like, I'll never shave my fucking mohawk.
Right.
I don't care about the judge. I can do whatever I want. I'm free to do whatever I want. I don't care about the consequences. That was their principle. They fundamentally believed that and they stood to it. And that's what made them punk rock.
Right.
But what we have right now with the punk rocks is maybe they believe something or maybe they don't. They don't do any research. They just say, wait a minute, I'm getting a lot of pushback from this group of people. I'm not going to do my research, but just to save face, I'm going to back out of this and I'm going to take the moral high ground. I'll give you an example. There was a 32-year-old male this weekend that skateboarded against children. A 32-year-old male, veteran of the Navy with 3 kids, competed against 2 10-year-olds, a 13-year-old and a 20-year-old in a contest. This trans man won $5,000 in Virginia Beach against women. He won $5,000 in Montreal against women. He won, I think, $10,000 in Detroit at a Red Bull contest against women. This guy is traveling all around the country, and then he goes to our contest, a small little contest in Myrtle Beach, and takes $500 away from these little girls. Now, here's the thing. The coordinators don't know what to do. And so one of the guys had mentioned, well, what are they supposed to do? They'll pull the insurance. They'll pull the funding. We won't get the grants because we're not meeting DEI. I said, well, what do you believe is fundamentally right or wrong here? I said, do you believe it's wrong, scientifically wrong, for a man to compete against a woman? Do you believe it's cheating? You don't have to answer it. But if the answer is yes, I do believe this, then it doesn't matter what people think. And if the answer is no, it doesn't matter what people think. But here's the problem is nobody is willing to figure out what they believe in and then fight for what they believe in. And I left it with this. I said, listen, if you come back to me, you call me in a week and you said, I've done all my research into men competing against women. Here's what I have learned from my research. And here's what I have determined in my brain to be fundamentally right about this, and this is the decision I'm going to make. Whether I agree with your decision or I don't, I will respect you as a man because you are a man of principle. But if you come to me and you say, Eric, I did all of my research and this is what I believe, but I'm getting a lot of pushback from these people and I want to get these grants and I want to get this money and I want to see these things to fruition and I can't do that unless I give in, then I do not respect you because you have become a man of business and not a man of principle. And that's where I stand on these situations. Nobody is willing to tell you, A, what they believe in or to take a stance no matter what the other side says. Now, I'm not saying you can't be open to learning new perspective. There's a lot of things I've said on this show, and I have learned a new perspective. And sometimes I do change what I believe based on new perceptions or new perspectives that sometimes you fans give me or you, Jay, or Tyler or anybody else brings to the table. I'm like, I didn't think of that. I didn't realize that. I'm not saying you can't go. I'm not saying that you can't flip flop when you learn new facts or you learn new. But it's when you do no research and you're literally just going off of what is cool or what the crowd is telling you, right, and you're not doing your own research and you're regurgitating what other people says, then you're not a man of business. I mean, you're not a man of principle. You're simply a man of business trying to climb the corporate tower no matter what. Now, we're doing a comedy show. I'm respectful of you. right? So when I asked you what kind of comedy club is this, I'm not saying that I'm going to flop on my morals or my principles.
Right.
I have the ability to do political comedy. I have the ability to do cop comedy. I have the ability to do raunchy comedy or clean comedy. My principle on comedy is I want to entertain you. I want that if you pay $15 to come see a show that I'm at, I want you to be like, God, that was $15 well spent.
Oh, yeah.
That's my only principle there. But I'm not, but if for me, if I was a political and that's all I did, and you were like, look, I want you to change your political stance, I'd say, I can't do the gig. I'm not going to change
But see,
who I am.
a good promoter would get his comedians based on his audience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If, I take it like I have a show coming up. It was very, very, very short notice. It's like we got it this coming Friday at a town, and I was like, what type of comedy you want? I know I can do everything. You know what I'm saying? If you want it clean, I'll keep it clean. If there's a younger crowd, black crowd, younger, older white crowd, whatever, let me know what kind of crowd you have, and I'm gonna all week long, I'm gonna work on material.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's new, old, whatever, I'm gonna work on material and do the job, get the job done. But I need to know what you want. And when he said that, he said, "Oh man, y'all can do whatever y'all want. The raunchier, the better." And I said, "Oh, okay, all right.
I got somebody for
right.
you.
When he said whatever, it don't matter whatever you do. Yeah, the raunchier, the better." And I'm like, okay, all right. That gave me that opened it up. That opened it up. So if you come up there and you do political jokes, it should be all right. Nobody in there should get, they should be laughing or whatever. And then the next comedian gonna come up. I already know what she gonna do. She's not doing political jokes. Hers is gonna more be family oriented, but on the nasty side.
Yeah.
And then I know the next comedian gonna come up. He's gonna talk about his job. I know his stuff. Mm-hmm. So he's gonna be raunchy on that. And then me, I'm gonna come up and talk about every damn thing.
And I think that's what I'm gonna do too. Like I've got this whole rock and roll thing where I'm gonna come out on stage and be like, what's it like to be at a rock concert? Like when a rock show host comes out, I'm just practicing now for you guys. You guys are getting a sneak peek for Friday. But like when a rock guy, he's like, "You guys ready to rock?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Are you ready to headbang?" And everybody's like, "Yeah." It's like, what if comedians came out and we're like,
they did sing a church song.
I'll be like, "You guys ready to fucking laugh?" And they're like, "Yeah." I'm like, "You guys ready for some fucking gay jokes?" Oh, wait, all right, hang on. Let me try that again. Are you guys ready to laugh? Are you fucking ready for some racist jokes tonight? No shit. All right, hold on. Let me try one more time. Are you guys ready for some fucking Jew jokes? Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like that's how I'm gonna start it. Just kind of clown off of that. People will be like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?"
Hey, he said be raunchy. The raunchiest you can get. They're like, okay.
Yeah. So and then I'm gonna get everybody kind of like, what is this guy gonna do? I think we're gonna have a lot of fun at that comedy show. But my whole point is I think that what we lack right now in society, and I blame it on everybody. I blame it on the boomers. I blame it on everyone, is that everybody has become a person of popularity over principle. And I think it was Martin Luther King. Josh, can you fact check this? It was Martin Luther King, I believe, that he said.
What year were you born?
68.
Okay, so you're a boomer too. Okay.
No,
you're
hey, 68 is my favorite sexual position.
Yes.
What?
68 is my favorite sexual position. It's where I lay down, you blow me, and I owe you one. Because 69 is we both do it together. 68 is you do me, and then I owe you one.
I thought 68.
Not you, like my wife.
I thought 68 you were just kissing on the leg.
Would you talking to the mic?
I thought he was kissing on the leg, 69, and he on the leg side. 69.
I think it was Martin Luther King that said that that a real man is a man of principle when everyone else is a man of popularity. And I think what he was trying to say there is you can't come up with a decision and say, is my decision the popular decision? or what you should be asking is, is this right in the eyes of my family? Is this right in the eyes of me? For me and my family, it's like,
God.
Does this glorify God? Right? Like if that's where your principles lie, which I agree they should lie there, but like you would need to, before you make decisions, if you want to make them honest, if you want to be true to yourself, then you should be saying, is this decision glorifying to God, or isn't it? And then you have to make your decisions. But if you're like, this isn't glorifying God, but man, it's a lot of money.
But that's true too. But it goes back to the comedy. I know we was going to talk about that later on, but it's like with comedy, my question to a lot of comedians out there who says they're gospel comedians, what is the definition of a gospel comedian? What's the difference between a gospel comedian, clean comedian, and then a mainstream comedian?
Oh, I have no idea.
You see what I'm saying?
I can answer that.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is my opinion, right?
Okay. Yeah, of course.
Talk into the mic. Talk
so
loud.
I would say a gospel comedian, you would expect that person to talk about church stuff, just all church stuff. They might not even talk about
like making jokes about like the inner workings of the church.
Anything dealing with church and the pastor and stuff like that. A clean comedian can talk about, this is just my opinion now, can talk about church. They can talk about stuff at the grocery store, Walmart, whatever, and they're not saying anything dirty,
vulgar, swearing, crass.
Right. But even though a clean comedian some people get it mixed up with, when you say clean, say, are you clean? That means you don't curse. You may not curse, but you could, like you say, they can talk raunchy. And some people get it mixed up and they invite them to their church and be like, well, you talking raunchy? And they be like, I didn't curse though. Because they're thinking that's what they're asking for. But you have to be specific.
But see, my thing, to me, I think I'm a comedian. It seems like people put you in a box. It's just like a football player. What are you? I'm a football player. Okay. Well, I don't want to play with you because what position you play? Oh, well, I play. I'm on offense. I'm the quarterback. Okay. Is there any other position on this team you could play? Nope. That's me. So you bottle. So now it's like, if I don't need you at that position, I'm not going to look at you. Right. But if I'm a player, if I'm a football player, you'd be like, well, what position you play? I could play any position.
All of them.
What you need? You already got a quarterback? Okay, I could be the running back. I could be one of the running backs. I could be one of the wide receivers. I could play on the line. Hell, if you need me to play defense, I'll go out there and hit somebody too. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like people, they box you up. That's just like even in the politics. I don't like to be boxed up. The more and more I'm learning from Eric and listening to stuff, there's things on the left. Well, I know you talk about the lefts and the rights. I don't want to bottle myself up and say, oh, I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican. There's a lot of things on different sides that make sense, that both of them make sense. But see, my thing is a lot of people out there don't want to see that. You either left or you're right.
I mean, for me, it's you're either big government or you're not, because I think left and right, I think Donald Trump and RFK Jr. splitting apart, I think they have actually created a new political party. Nobody knows what to call it. I think they call it alt-right. But it's an anti-war. It's pro healthcare.
Who is the senator or congressman or whatever talk about that? If Trump do not win, they're gonna declare a civil war.
If Trump doesn't win,
if he don't win the election, there's gonna be civil war. Now he don't backtrack.
I don't know what the senator. I'm saying I think if Trump does win, there'll be a civil war. Personally, I think that
they were saying this dude was saying he was a senator or somebody.
If they steal the election, if they do all the ballot harvesting, we have all these things where the ballots shut down mysteriously at 3:00 in the morning and reappear with Trump, being up by, 12 or 13 points. And then when the power comes back on, he's down. I don't think we're going to tolerate that again. Right. And that might be what he's referring to. I don't know. I haven't heard that. There is some breaking news right now. We're going to do an ad break. Pete Rose, dead.
He died.
Pete Rose just came through, bro.
Hold up, dog.
And I just confirmed it.
They come in threes.
He's survived by his children, Fawn Rose, P. Rose Jr., Morgan Aaron Rubio, Tyler Rose, Kara Rose.
In baseball.
Yeah.
In basketball, the Dikembe Mutombo died.
We were talking?
Yeah. The one that be like, no, bring this in my house.
Yes.
Hall of Famer. He's 58 years old, had brain cancer.
Wow.
He just passed away too today. Yesterday or last night. And then for all of you who are love Eddie Murphy in the movies Beverly Hills Cop, the one that plays Sergeant Taggart, he just passed away a day ago.
I'm gonna do a quick ad read really fast. It'll be a fun, flirty ad read. Thank God for Ghostbed. In a time like this, we knew just doing a pro police, pro veteran music festival was already gonna be weird in Orlando that just screams diversity and inclusion and loves all this stuff, fucking absolutely hates conservatives, and that is crazy, because I don't think that conservatives hate any of that stuff. It's really bonkers and wild, but that's why we're so thankful for Ghostbed, because they don't care, and they're apolitical. They don't do politics at all, but they are on principle pro law enforcement, and they're pro veterans, and they've been with us since day one, and they've made that clear that, listen, we want our veterans and our law enforcement officers to get a good night's sleep, because that is really where mental wellness begins, is a good night's sleep. And they could not be more correct or more right in that. It is an objective fact. It is a scientific fact that if you get more sleep, you're a better fucking person. Fact, science. And Ghostbed takes that very, very seriously, and they do the best job in making beds. I rave and rant about my Ghostbed pillow. I stayed in a hotel all weekend, stayed in an Airbnb, left them one of the worst reviews I've ever left in Airbnb. It was absolutely disgusting. German cockroaches, fucking dusty.
You said German cockroaches.
German cockroaches, dude. The nasty ones, the ones that they're the ones that eat up your wires. They're the real tiny, skinny ones that just flurry in the dark. They're real bad, man. They get in your clothes and all sorts of shit. You've seen you worked in Southeast Raleigh. You've seen some fucking German cockroaches, man. They're good. They're the ones that stick to your clothes, and you take them home, and they infest your house, and it takes them forever to get out of your house. They're bad. German cockroaches are the worst.
They're different than black roaches.
It must be Project roaches don't even sound like that.
Right.
No, they're light brown. They're light brown, kind of skinny, a little short. But they're the most common. They're the most common in the ghetto. They're like the Section 8 roaches.
Water. They fly and they live in water. They love water.
Yeah. They're like this. We call them Section 8 roaches. But I actually had an infestation in my house, and it took years to get rid of it. I mean, I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, trying to get the German cockroaches out of my house forever. Like it was bad. I mean, they ate up through. I mean, it was terrible.
Are they from Germany, or that's just the name they give?
I don't think it's just the name they give them, but I think they came by like in one of my bags from working in Southeast Raleigh, whatever. I came home and it was just a slow infestation. Here we go. Put up those pictures of the German cockroaches. Throw these up there. Yeah, there they are. Look at the little fuckers, man. These are the nasty ones. They're the hardest to get rid of, man.
Hard to kill. Yeah, you stop them.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we sprayed for years and years to get rid of them. We ended up having to replace. We're losing power, guys. So we apologize. We are in the middle of a big storm. But going back to Ghostbed, the only reason I stayed an extra night was because I had my Ghostbed pillow. And I told my wife, I said, if we had not had my Ghostbed pillow, we'd be leaving right now, because I wouldn't tolerate all this bullshit.
Do they do body pillows?
And no Ghostbed pillow. What?
The body, the big long pillows?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they do everything. They got the massage topper. So if you can't avoid the bed.
I was reading that.
Put the massage topper on your bed. But if you buy the whole bed itself, it comes with zero gravity massage modes. You got the adjustable base that adjusts that damn thing up into a couch. We absolutely love them, and it's all great for mental wellness and mental health. And they are a big sponsor of our Shell Shock event. So we really appreciate Ghostbed. Support those who support us. Head over to Ghostbed right now. Get you 50% off. Davey says, sorry for checking in late, and do 10 push-ups, and then ask the Lord for forgiveness. Flog yourself naked in your closet for being late. We're tolerant here, but we're not that tolerant. Also, factormeals.com/Wolfpack50. Head over to factor75.com. Use the promo code Wolfpack50. Get you 50% off. We're talking about fresh. We're talking about never frozen. We're talking about meals ready to go. Microwave in 2 minutes or less, even if you have a peasant first responder microwave. You pop it in, you microwave it for 2 minutes, and and you're good to go. You can do calorie conscious. You can do protein heavy. You can do vegan, vegetarian. I do the breakfast shakes. I do the lunches every day. I go protein heavy, obviously, to get these fucking cannons. And then also I get a bunch of dinners because my kids are always on the go and they need some shit. And Bosco Atri, you were late too. Hit those push-ups. Flog yourself nude in your closet. Get butt naked. Walk into your closet. Pull out a leather belt and slap it over your back 5 times and say, Eric is my daddy. Eric is my daddy. No, we're not doing that. What?
Is that a P. Diddy party?
Yes, a P. Diddy
Y'all
party.
gonna stop talking about P. Diddy,
No, we'll never
man.
stop talking about Diddy.
You need to stop talking about that man because he has not been proven guilty in the court of law. He's innocent until proven guilty. Okay. The only way they gonna compete, they need to bring all 1,000 bottles of that baby oil.
That's number.
They need to bring that
$9.99
to his daggone to the trial.
Here,
I need to see him lined
let's
up.
see what
They
his
need to
lawyer
line
says about it. By the way, before we do this, go to factormeals.com/wolfpack50 and get you a meal to plan today. That way it's meal planning to the next level. Do it now. Get in shape for the holidays so that you can look like me and you can go into Thanksgiving and you can shamelessly eat. All right, hit it up. Let's see what Diddy's lawyer has to say about the 1,000 bottles of lube. It's coming.
I don't know. I don't know why I didn't record the audio.
But you know what?
I could summarize it real quick in lawyer talk. It's very common to have Costco's nearby, and Americans buy everything in bulk these days. And we have to remember, like Jay said, if they're consenting adults, they're consenting adults. What's the problem?
Yeah, didn't he also say a freak off? Back in my day, we just called it a threesome.
Yeah, they cut him off before he got to that point. But he said that Costco's are very close. It's very common for Americans to buy in bulk.
Yeah, but Costco says that they don't sell bulk baby oil.
But you know what? You know what?
the house or in one
I have a
spot?
female friend.
All right.
I have a female
Here we
friend who I visit.
Okay.
Right. And I was like, hey, can I use your bathroom? And I was going to go use her main bathroom, but the daggone something just told me to check, I check around. She ain't had no toilet paper. And when I went to go jiggle the little thing, because I had a drop of douche, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I jiggle the thing and the toilet won't right. I said, no, I can't shit in this bathroom and it don't, the toilet work. So I told her, I said, look, your toilet ain't working up in there, and I gotta use the bathroom. I did like that with my stomach. Had my stomach. She knew. She said, well, you can go in my room and use. I said, okay, cool. Well, where your room at? So I'm going, and I go in her bathroom. When I open the door, man, I could barely open the damn door because she had from the top of her it was high. It was above the shower, like height, all the way down, nothing but different bars of soap. I was like, damn, she got enough soap here. She ain't got her ass. I know she washed her ass clean. I mean, the whole family, anybody, you need soap. She got all the soap. And after I finished using the bathroom, I joked with her. I said, you got, goddamn, how many bars of soap you got? I said, you're not ever gonna run out of soap for probably the rest of your life. And she was like, well, it comes in big bulk packages, and every time I go, I catch a soap and I buy
soap
it.
is a little less nefarious than bottles of fucking lube.
Was it lube, but baby oil?
Was it all over the house or in one spot?
You're asking me 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
How big was it? Travel size?
1,000 bottles of baby oil, even if it's travel size.
Just take one, if they travel size,
Yes.
so you can get past TSA.
I honestly though,
but if you
I do agree with you that as long as they're consenting adults and they want to have parties like that, they can. And I do agree with you that they should probably leave that sensational shit out unless it directly plays in. But I do not want to slack on Usher and Bieber and alleged victims, because I think that it's more probable than not that these kids were victims of Diddy's nefarious activities. I don't think it's a question.
Here's the thing that I see too, that a lot of people, and I hate when people, they always do it, and they, even though they don't say it, they be like race in everything. racist and everything. Even with the P. Diddy, oh, they going after him because he black. No, because he nasty as hell, and he done did some things to people. That victims.
What are you putting on the screen,
That's
Josh?
baby oil.
That's-
The army of baby oil.
That's what
It's
1,000
platoon.
bottles of baby oil looks like
It's a
visualized.
platoon of baby oil. They marching.
That's crazy.
Now we're talking not 10, not 100. That's 1,000
bottles. But see, again, here's my thing, and this is what people have brought up, and I was like, I hate when they do comparison because that was a whole generation. It's just totally different.
What is?
They talking about the comparison of P. Diddy and Hugh Hefner. What's the difference between Hugh Hefner and the Playboy Mansion where a lot of celebrities went and had
there wasn't any
freak-offs,
kids there.
had freak offs and stuff like that.
Wasn't any kids there.
Okay, you got a point. That's yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, I agree with
Like I
it.
said, if they're, I mean, even though you shouldn't be doing no, but if they're consenting adults, what they was doing, that's their business. But when it comes down to the kids,
Right?
that's because they
Yeah, I remember Hugh Hefner having as many allegations. Like Hugh Hefner wasn't blowing people's cars up in their driveway.
who was doing that?
Diddy.
Diddy was doing all kinds
Diddy
of crazy
blew
stuff.
up,
He was
and
threatening-
Diddy was directly linked to.
He threatened a whole lot of people. He was very
Tupac,
threatening.
Biggie. I mean, they think he killed Biggie.
That's the reason why he's not on bail, out on bail, because he's already reached out to victims threatening them already.
Oh.
So that's why they was like, you know your ass deserved to be in jail and without bail when you can offer up, hey, we can take his passports away. You can take his access to his private jets, and you can set his bond at $50 million. I'm a bondsman. $50 million? I wouldn't even want to touch your ass, even if my insurance company backed me and say, "Okay, here you go, Jay, go
you're
get him
not.
out."
Yeah,
And I
because
can
that
charge him
50 million is
15.
be gone.
I charge him 15% of the $50 million.
doesn't matter if he doesn't show up.
Right? Because
If
now
this dude skips out to fucking
What?
France or whatever,
right, I got to sell my whole ass.
your whole ass.
My whole ass, not an arm and leg. Remember they always say, "Oh,
Yeah.
I got to sell." They cost an arm. I have to sell everything. My
Yeah.
whole liver, kidney,
Bro.
everything.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
they
we
gonna
would
try to
we
pay
would
back.
see Jay Durrell sucking dick on New Bern Avenue.
What? Two hands.
Wow, two dicks, one
going around
time.
in a damn circle.
Yeah, just circle jerking.
I'll be in a chair spinning.
Yeah,
Have to, because that's
yeah.
how
How else is he gonna afford
What's
it?
15% of 50 million? Huh?
150.
50 million now, not 5 million, 50 million.
Yeah, you be talking like somewhere close to damn $10 million.
Right. You up there.
Oh, you said 50%. I'm thinking like 10%. I'm saying,
No.
okay.
Well, 10% of 50 million,
Would be 500.
Well, no, it'd be 5 million.
5
5
million. 5 million.
Yeah, math is
So,
hard.
so think of 15%.
Right.
You know, it goes up. And so
What is it? What is it, Josh?
Eric said he
Well,
hit
what-
me. He hit me.
What's
10% of
15%.
15%.
Well, in the state, I put it this way: in the state of North
Is what?
Carolina, we're allowed to get up 15%.
15 million.
Or, no,
right?
7.5.
See, that's what I said. It's
Yeah,
between
that's what I
5.
said.
I said that. I said between 5 and 10.
But
Somewhere in that
that
area.
ain't shit to Diddy.
Right, but to you, that would be everything.
What if I got my insurance company to get there and I got that 7 million? I'm a millionaire.
Oh, well, listen. Go
rich.
back to that. Go back to that article about the Forbes article about Kid Cudi. Here you go, Margaret. Throw that up there, Josh.
Let me pull it back.
Yeah, P Diddy. Cassie Ventura was fucking around with Kid Cudi, and P Diddy said he was going to retaliate. Read that article to us.
Prosecutors allege that embattled music singer mogul Diddy set a car fire to owned by an unknown victim between December 2011 and January 2012, which minors the allegations his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura made in her November 2023 lawsuit that Combs blew up a car owned by rapper Kid Cudi.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of other allegations too.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah.
he tied to
But
Biggie?
They coming out though. The
Biggie's running.
victims are coming out
Yeah, all over the
and
place.
talking. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, the thing about it, we were warned years ago. Everybody thought Wendy Williams was crazy off her rocker for saying the things she said. When Diddy found out she was saying that, he had her removed from the radio. He went and had all the radio stations, the big, 97.1, Hot FM and all them, the major media sources. He told them he will pull all his records, all his artists, nobody, that you will not be allowed to play them on the radio, and if you don't get rid of her, and they did. They fired her, and her butt had to go to Philadelphia. She had
Diddy allegedly got Wendy Williams fired from
Yeah.
Hot 97 for
Yeah.
claiming he was gay.
Yeah.
Which now
Now
it's like fucking proof that bitch is gay.
Everybody's like, damn, man, we was talking about Wendy being crazy. Now, yes, she might have her.
Oh, so
her
like,
issues
so like,
and
who gets to pay for that fake news? It's absolute horse shit. But so we got a comedy show coming up Friday. It's gonna be raunchy. I'll let you guys know how it goes. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. I'm preparing a lot of the jokes. I'm gonna practice the jokes this Friday for the October 18th event with myself, Margaret, and Jay Durrell. It's gonna be so much fun at Tactical Brewing Company in Orlando. Make sure you're there. It's going to be a rager. It's going to be a really, really funny show. And
if anybody out there, how far different states, it don't matter. We want to come to your town. We want to come to your state.
We do.
So if you have any information, hit up our producers, hit Eric up, and let's do a show. I've worked with some big time comedians in the business, and they approve of me. And I approve of these two right here. That's why I love doing comedy with them. I try to include them on shows that's in my grasp. So if y'all have any places, let Eric know, and Eric will let me know, and let's set something up.
Yeah.
Let's get a tour going on.
Yeah, we want to get a little tour
do
going.
it.
Also, Office Joe, the show, the TV series that I was in, produced by Nick Palmachano and all the guys over at Diesel Jack Media. That will come out on Veterans Day weekend on Amazon. So be ready to see that. I'm in episode 6 and 7. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can have it at officejoeshow.com and check it out right now. You can see the trailer, the official trailer drops October 1st, which is that tomorrow?
Yeah. Today's the 30th. So yeah,
Okay, so tomorrow the official trailer for Office Joe. I don't know if I'm in the official trailer. I am in the trailer to the trailer. The trailer announcing that there's going to be a trailer dropping on October 1st. I'm in that for 1 second. So you guys can see me on there. Support that. It's a great show with a whole bunch of veteran and first responder influencers and podcasters. Yeah, go ahead, play it. We got the rights to it. I'm in the fucking show. Play the, does that have audio? Can you play that?
Yeah, I won't have audio because when I shared it doesn't give you audio for some reason.
What?
Do you have it on your computer when you pulled it the other day?
Yeah.
You still might have it.
What was it? Trailer? I wouldn't know what I don't know. Yep, here it is.
Don't you have something?
World where all television shows are the same and humor outside the norm is shunned and canceled. One team decides they aren't going to take it anymore. Again. From the veterans who brought you Range 15 and made you never want to thank another veteran for their service, comes a television series so bold it can only be released on Veterans Day weekend. It will make you laugh. It will make you cry with laughter. It will give you crippling anxiety as you relive trying to clear CIF. But mostly though, it'll be the laughing. From the guy who is good at officer speeches and his better looking, more talented friends, comes the television series of the year. Office Joe. Trailer drops 1 October.
Yeah, so that was the trailer for the trailer.
Right.
So I can't even imagine what the trailer is going to look like. I think it's going to be great. So
Midnight.
I don't know. I have no idea. But I know it's coming. And anyway, guys, big show October 18th and 19th. Don't forget to take us out. If you are still with us, head over to FAWKES Media, FAWKES Fox Media. Hit subscribe. I'm about to do a bombshell episode with Tyler from Anti-Hero Podcast. We're going to need everybody to share this out. We're going to spill all of the beans about this evergreen terrorist thing. Here it is. Please go and subscribe. It's going out. It's just a YouTube channel. I know that 99% of the people are listening to this one day or less than 24 hours after I make the YouTube. But for all of you guys on YouTube, head over to Fox News and subscribe to the new YouTube channel. It's just news, breaking news, short video format with all the breaking news, factual news that's already been fact checked, and give you all the receipts and all the references so you know what I'm saying and where I found the information. But I will be doing an episode right after this episode. So it'll probably go out within the next hour with Tyler from Anti-Hero Podcast exposing or kind of spilling all the beans on what happened with Evergreen Terrace and the recording level. And I'm sure we'll talk a little bit more about cowards and pussies that are men of business and not men of principle. I'd like to hear what Tyler has to say on that, but it'll be firsthand information from the man himself. So make sure you head over to FAWKES News. If you're in the North Carolina era, being that you're in North Carolina, we have a comedy show last minute Friday night at
we're gonna be in Farmville,
North Carolina. What's the name of the club? TJ Sports. TD Sports Bar in Farmville. Come out and support us and come and see the show. I think it's going to be a lot of fun there. And you'll get a sneak peek of what I'm going to do down in Orlando. So we appreciate having all you guys in the live chat tonight. Betty, Bosco, Audrey, Teresa, Flober, Greg. We have a buddy from across the pond over here from the UK. I'm trying to find a Mr. T from the UK. Another shrimp on the barbie, mate. We got a bunch of other guys up in here too. Tyler S. Appreciate you for being here. Will Cray, of course, as always. Thank you for being in the chats. Ben Allen, thank you so much. Who was it? April we had over there? Yeah, Armory Night. April. Yeah. So appreciate all you guys for being in the chats. Mer 530. Teresa Flobert. Until next time, guys, this has been another edition of Society and Culture News. No Diddy. We'll see you on the next one.
Peace.